Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Merchant Seaman community where men and women are not alone at sea because the Merchant Seaman community is here for he or she. Please take 10 seconds, hit the like button, subscribe, comment, share the video with your coworkers, your neighbors, your friends, your family. Let's keep the Merchant Seaman community alive on YouTube. I've written a book called The Complete Guide to Becoming a Merchant Seaman: How to Make $5,000 to $10,000 a month without a GED or a high school diploma. It's available on Amazon. Just click the link below. The link will be down in the description notes. Please leave a 5-star rating and write a short review. I thank you for your support in advance. I would like to highlight one of our community members, Coy Coleman. Coy is someone who found the channel. He watched all of the videos. I believe he bought the book. He got inspired and he took action. So now he's out there sailing and he's making money. I also would like to recognize two more of the community members. And please forgive me if I don't pronounce your name correctly, but Joe Smo and Junior Savinance. I want to also thank you for your comments, and I'm going to be posting all three of their comments they sent to me. I'll be posting in this video. I also want to announce that the channel has reached a milestone. We have officially 1,000 subscribers. Well, actually, right now we have a little bit over 1,000 subscribers, but we have we've reached that 1,000 subscriber mark, and I would like to personally just say how grateful I am and thank you for everyone that has subscribed. Look, ladies and gentlemen, this community, this movement, this channel is nothing without you guys. Without you guys asking questions, leaving comments, and keeping the community updated about where you're at in your journey to become a merchant seaman and what you're seeing out there, what you're doing out there. So in this video, we're going to be talking about what to expect in phase 4 of the SIU Apprenticeship program. This is episode number 22. So, at the end of third phase, you're at the school in Piney Point, Maryland, and you're going to pay for your plane ticket to go from the school back home. Now, once you get home, somebody from the school is going to contact you when they have found a ship for you to go to work on. Because a part of the SIU apprenticeship program is that they promise to find you your first job. Now, while you're at home waiting for them to call you, it might be 2 days before you get a call. It might be a week. It might be a month, might be 2 months before they find you a ship. Now, someone from the ship that you're going to work on is also going to call you and email you. Normally, that person's is called an agent. And what an agent does is they arrange the flights and the travel for people going to the ship to work, and they arrange the flights and the travel for people leaving the ship and going back home. So you don't have to pay for your travel or flights to get to the ship, and you won't have to pay for your flights to leave the ship once you're done working and it's time to go back home. And also in fourth phase, remember, you're going to be paid like a regular entry-level merchant seaman. So you're going to be getting regular merchant seaman wages. Okay. Now, an agent, what they're going to do, for example, they're going to call you, let's say it's a Tuesday, and they're going to say, well, hey, look, right now the ship is in Jacksonville, Florida. You'll be boarding the ship in Houston, Texas on Friday. So what you can do is Thursday is 2 apps that I recommend. So in this example, let's say on Thursday, I would check both those apps. One of the apps is called My Ship Tracking, and the other app is named Marine Traffic. So, like I said, if you get the call on Tuesday saying that you're going to join the ship on a Friday, I would check on a Thursday, check both apps and see where the ship is at, because those apps tell you if the ship is still at the at a dock. Is the ship actually moving? What direction it's moving? You know, it'll show you on the map where the ship is at. So let's say on Thursday you open your apps and you see that the ship is still at the dock in Jacksonville, or you see the ship is moving, but the ship is by Alabama. So, you know, I would pick up the phone and I would call the agent and say, hey, well, look, I'm supposed to join the ship on Friday. However, I'm looking at my apps and I see that, you know, the ship is still in dock in Jacksonville, Florida, or the ship is moving, but it's only near Alabama. Am I still going to join on Friday? And the agent's going to say, oh yeah, you know what? Yeah, the ship did get delayed, so you're not going to join the ship on Friday. You're going to join the ship on Sunday. So you don't have to buy those apps, but I personally like those apps because if you already have your heart and your mind set on joining the ship on Friday, then, you know, that agent might not tell you until Friday morning that, hey, you're not joining the ship today. So, like, if you know the day before if you are or if you're not going to join a ship, then, you know, it's much better. So, another thing with the agents is sometimes these agents, they will book you a flight that has a lot of layovers. So for those of you that have never flown and may not know what a layover is, I'm going to give you an example. So let's say you live in Los Angeles, California. So that'll be your starting point. And you're going to board a ship in Lake Charles, Louisiana. So the agent, let's say they book you a flight or flights. And so you're going to start out in Los Angeles, California. Then you're going to fly up to Seattle, Washington. Then you're going to get off that plane and you're going to wait an hour and get on another plane in Seattle, Washington. Then you're going to fly down to Houston, Texas. You're going to get off that plane. You're going to wait an hour, board another plane in Houston, Texas, and then get to your final destination in Lake Charles, Louisiana. So a situation like that, what you can do, you can go online and see if there is a direct flight from Los Angeles, California to Lake Charles, Louisiana, or you can see if they have a flight that has less transfers or less layovers. And then you just call or email the agent and say, hey, would you be so kind to book me this flight instead? Now, So most of the time, the agents are willing to work with you, and they was like, oh, I didn't see the other flight, and yeah, I can change it for you. Um, Now, sometimes when you're joining a ship, there will be other people joining the ship that same day as well. So it's always a little bit comforting if someone else or a couple people are also joining the ship that day. Now, if it's a situation where um, you have to join the ship by yourself, then you know you'll be okay. Um, it's completely normal to be nervous. Have a little bit of butterflies. Um, but just think back to your first day of kindergarten, or your first day of high school, or first day of college, or your first day at a new job. That same little bit of nervousness, those same butterflies, those same feelings you had then, um, you know, you you were able to make it in those situations, and you'll be able to make it in this situation. Um, there have been thousands of other merchant seamen that came before you, and they did it, and you also can do it. And you're actually a whole in a better position than a whole lot of people that haven't bought the book or haven't watched this channel, because you're equipped with a lot of information um, going into it, whereas people that haven't watched the channel, haven't bought the book, they don't have as much knowledge as you have, so they have more of a reason to be nervous. But because of the videos and the book, you shouldn't be as nervous. Yeah. Um. So. Um. Yeah. So. Uh. Once the agent has booked your flight and everything like that, then the agent's going to tell you, hey, once you get to the airport, your final destination, once you get to the airport, either you're going to call the agent, and the agent is going to send somebody to pick you up, and then take you to the where the ship is docked, or the agent will give you the phone number to someone else, and that person might be waiting um, at the baggage claim or grounds transportation with a sign with your name on it. Or sometimes the agent won't book a travel for you, and you'll just have to book a Uber or a Lyft to get from the airport to where the ship is docked. Um, so yeah, so once you actually take your Uber, or if you take the travel that they arranged for you, and you get to the dock, you're gonna get your bags, and then you're standing there and you're looking up at the gangway, because the gangway is a set of stairs you use to get on board the ship. You just take a deep breath, say a prayer, and then head on up the gangway, and go and get your money, go make your money. Now, because the gangways are steep and they can be a little bit unsteady, then only take the amount of bags you're comfortable carrying, and always have 3 points of contact. Have one hand for one handrail, and then your 2 feet, and like I said, only take as many bags as you're comfortable carrying. You can leave the other bags at the bottom of the gangway. You take your time, go up safely. Once you get to the top, leave that bag there, and then go back and retrieve your other bags. Now, once you get to the all your bags up to the top of the gangway, there'll be normally a AB will be there, an able-bodied seaman, AB. He'll be there, and he's going to check your TWIC card and your MMC. Or sometimes they just check your TWIC card, but you just tell them, hey, yeah, I'm the new wiper, I'm the new OS, or I'm the new SA, steward assistant, and the AB, he'll call the captain and say, hey, the new the new OS, a new wiper, or the new SA is here. Now, if the AB does not call the captain, then you ask him or her, can you call the captain for me and let him know or her know that I'm here. So normally after that, somebody's going to take you to your room, so you can drop your bags off, and then they'll take you to the captain. And when you go to the captain, just make sure you have all your documents with you, because your captain's going to check your MMC, your TWIC card, your medical certificate, passport, all of those things. And also make sure you have, if you want to be paid by direct deposit, make sure you have a voided check, and then that way they'll make a copy of that voided check, and when it's time for you to get paid, they'll know that they have the correct routing number and the correct account number. And you bring all of your receipts. If you had to take an Uber or Lyft to get to the ship, then you show the captain that receipt. If you recently bought safety boots, like within the last, I think, 6 months or to a year, you bring that receipt with you. And if you bought any food in the airport, you bring that receipt with you. If you had any baggage fees, then you bring that receipt with you as well, and then the shipping company is going to reimburse you for all those receipts or those charges. They're going to reimburse you. So after you're done with the captain, you go back to your room and you put on your work clothes, and you either find someone with the radio and you call the head of your department, or in each room it should be a directory, a phone directory, and you call whoever's the head of the department. If you're in the engine department, you're going to call the chief engineer or the first engineer. If you're in deck, then you want to get a hold of the chief mate or second mate. And in the steward department, then you want to get a hold of the steward or either the chief cook, and just say, hey, I'm here. What would you like for me to do? So the night before you're supposed to board a ship, it might be hard for you to sleep, but try to get as much sleep as you can the night before. Try to get as much sleep you can on the plane. And sometimes when you're traveling from the airport to where the ship is docked, it might take like 30 minutes or an hour. Take advantage and try to get some sleep there as well, because sometimes when you board a ship, they expect for you to start working right away. And some other ships, then they'll say, hey, well, you know what, just get settled in your room and you start work in the morning. But I know there's been times where, like, I've gotten to a ship at 12 midnight, and then I have to be ready for work by 6 a.m. the next morning. So, either way, just try to get as much sleep as you can, because you don't know if you're going to have to work right away. And the first couple of days, um, um, you know, you might have feelings of being homesick. You might start questioning yourself. Okay, did I make the right decision? Can I really do this? Is this career for me? But you know, um, those are normal feelings. Those feelings that I've had, um, not only on my first ship, but my first couple of ships. I've had those feelings before. Um, but just hang in there. Give it some time. After a few weeks, you're gonna feel get more comfortable. You're gonna start to settle in, and definitely after you see your first paycheck, and you're gonna be like, man, I made this much in 1 month. Then you're gonna remember like what was the reason you decided to become a merchant seaman, and reason that you're um, what's the reason you're out there for? Which like as if it's to have money to take care of elderly parents, whether it's to put a kid or kids through college, whether it's to pay off medical bills, whether it's to send money to a family in another country, whether it's money for investing, money to start a business, whatever your reason is. Um, um, like I said, once you see that first paycheck, then you're going to remember, you the reason that you decided to get into this career field. Um, yeah, always whenever you get on a ship, very important. Make sure you um, go find the captain before you do anything. Yeah, I mean, you can go to your room and put your bags down, but after that, just make it a point to make sure you go see the captain. Um, and also another thing with fourth phase that's very, very important. Do not get off the ship until you have 120 days of sea time. Because if you don't have 120 days of sea time, then you can't go back to the school and finish up the fifth phase, the last phase of the program. So I'll give you an example. So let's say you have 115 days on the ship, and right now the ship is in Maryland, but the ship is about to leave to go back overseas, and let's say it's going to Europe. So it's going to take like 13, 14 days to get there, and then 13, 14 days to go back. So if that happens, try not to be frustrated about it or angry about it. Just look at it, just stay positive. Just look at it as, well, hey, this is going to be 28 days, 30 days of more pay, and it's going to be more vacation time. And yeah, it's like, you got to get it done, because if you leave that ship without having 120 days, then, they might tell you have to start the program all over again, or you don't know if they're going to allow you to get on another ship just for a few days. I don't think that's going to happen. So it's better to, whatever you got to do, just make sure you got your 120 days before you get off your fourth phase ship. Yeah, I think that's it for this video, but I am going to post a quote that I would like for you, ladies and gentlemen, to carry in your mind, carry in your heart, carry in your spirit throughout this upcoming week. And as always, don't wait for your life to change. Change your life. Let's keep the movement going. Let's keep the community going. And before the end of this month is almost gone, but let's say before the end of September, let's try to get 2,000 subscribers. So you guys and gals, ladies and gentlemen, please spread the word. Help me out with that goal. Before the end of September, I would like for us to be at 2,000 subscribers. Everybody take care. I love y'all. Till the next video.